Hello and welcome students. Today we are learn about the gram staining of bacteria. As we know that staining of bacteria is essential. Why? Because what is the object behind this? That is why we stain the bacteria, because as we know that most of the bacteria is colorless. They don't have any color. So that if you use the different stain like methylene blue, carbon fuchsin, so that bacteria absorb the color and bacteria get colorized. So that when we observe the such a bacteria under the microscope, so we can differentiate the gram positive and gram negative bacteria, so that the staining is essential for that bacteria. So this is objective of behind that experiment, that is we differentiate the bacteria, that is gram positive and gram negative, by staining process. Then here this is your objective. Next, what kind of material is required for that experiment? Glass slide, fresh bacterial culture, gram A and gram B solution, gram iodine solution. As we know that iodine is fixing agent, it fixes the color of main stain. Then 50% acetone alcohol solution. So as we know that acetone alcohol is decolorizing agent, it decolorizes the smear or color. Then basic fusion, spirit lamp, glass rod, wash bottle, muslin cloth, slide holder and microscope. So that kind of material is required for the experiment. Next we discuss about the procedure of gram staining of bacteria. Here we discuss here the first procedure is prepare the thin smear on slide of bacteria. We have to prepare the small, here we have to prepare the small smear on bacteria. In that, on that slide we have to prepare the bacterial smear on slide, and then dry that slide in air and fix on flame, so that bacteria get fixed with that, or that smear get fixed that slide, that smear containing bacteria. The next, after that, cover the smear with gram A and B solution in 3:1 proportion. Allow it to react for 5 minutes. That means on that slide, suppose that slide is there, so on that slide we have to add gram A and gram B solution on the smear. That is, suppose if we use the 3 drop of gram A solution, here gram A solution, so 1 drop of gram B solution we have to add on the smear and kept as it is for some period. After that, treat with iodine solution, that is smear is treated with iodine solution. This helps in fixing the color of stain. That means whatever the stain is used, that can be fixed with the help of that iodine solution. So how we have to fix the color of that stain? That is, it is done by dipping the slide in jar containing iodine solution for 2 minutes. Here the beaker is there, in that beaker iodine solution is placed. Here iodine solution, on that slide we have to dip the glass slide, we have to dip this glass slide 2 to 3 times, so that bacteria get, or so that iodine solution helps the fixing the stain, that is it is called as a fixing agent. After that iodine solution treatment, next point is decolorization. How we have to decolorize the smear? Pass the slide serially through 3 jars containing 50% acetone alcohol solution, and after that wash with water and dry in air. So in that way, pass this slide one time into a 50% acetone alcohol solution, in second time 50% acetone alcohol solution, and third time in 50% acetone alcohol solution. So pass the 3 glass slide containing smear into 50% acetone alcohol solution 3 times in beaker, and after that decolorizing agent, some of the, what is the role of that acetone alcohol solution? It decolorizes the color of main stain. After that we have to wash with the help of water slightly. So after fixing, then we decolorize, and after decolorization, treat the slide with counter stain with the fusion, that is carbon fusion. It is used as a counter stain. Stain the color for 20 to 30 seconds. Then wash the slide dry in air and examine under the high power of microscope. That is, first of all we observe the low magnification power, that is 10x. Then we have to observe under the high magnification power, that is 40x. And after that, if it is not clearly observed, so we have to observe under the high magnification power, that is 100x. So and after that we observe this slide under the microscope. So this is the microscope. So we have to observe under the microscope. And when you observe under the microscope, so on the basis of colors, we have to differentiate the which is gram positive and gram negative bacteria. So in previous slide here those bacteria which shows the blue in color, so they are considered as gram positive bacteria, and those bacteria which retain the color of main stain, that is called as an gram negative bacteria. So blue colored bacteria gram positive, red colored bacteria gram negative. So in that way we have to differentiate the gram A and gram B solution, gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Next one, we discuss about the example of gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Okay, so these are the examples of gram positive and gram negative bacteria. So gram positive bacteria, for example, Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus anthracis, Lactobacillus bulgaricus. The next, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Streptomyces species, Corynebacterium, and Clostridium tetani. So these are the examples of gram positive bacteria. Then gram negative bacteria, E. coli bacteria, Azotobacter crocum, then Rhizobium leguminosarum, the next Xanthomonas citri, Xanthomonas malvacearum, Pseudomonas solanacearum, Irvinia amylovora. These are the different examples of gram negative bacteria. Next, how we differentiate that gram positive and gram negative bacteria? The clear-cut difference is given. Here we mention the examples of gram positive and gram negative bacteria. But actually, what is the basic difference in between gram positive and gram negative bacteria? That is here given. The cell wall of gram positive bacteria is thick, that is thickish cell wall bacteria here. And in case of gram negative bacteria, very thin cell wall is there. The size of that cell wall is 20 to 25 micron, here 5 to 50 micron in gram negative bacteria. So that indicates thick and thin cell wall. Then the cell wall of gram positive bacteria is made up of peptidoglycan mostly, that is maximum amount of peptidoglycan is present, or mycopeptide is present, near about 50 to 80%. In case of that gram negative bacteria, peptidoglycan is present in cell wall, but it is less, that is 20 to 30% here. Next, here in cell wall of gram positive bacteria, teichoic acid is present. In gram negative bacteria, teichoic acid is absent. Then in case of gram positive bacteria, diaminopyamelic acid is present. In gram negative bacteria, it is absent. Then in gram positive bacteria, phospholipids, proteins and lipids are present, but it is in the trace amount, or it is in the less amount. But in case of that gram negative bacteria, more amount of phospholipids, proteins and lipids are present. So these are the difference. Next difference is there, cell wall of gram positive bacteria, it get dissolved by the treatment of lysosomes, and in case of gram negative bacteria, it is not dissolved by the treatment of lysosomes. The example, as we discussed here before that, Lactobacillus, Bacillus and Streptococcus, these are the example of gram positive bacteria, and E. coli, Rhizobacter, Xanthomonas and Pseudomonas, these are the example of gram negative bacteria. So on the basis of that content in cell wall of gram positive and gram negative bacteria we can differentiate. So this is the basic difference of gram positive and gram negative bacteria, and in that exercise we discuss the simple steps in gram staining of bacteria and why we need the gram staining of bacteria. So if any difficulty in that gram staining of bacteria, so please you can ask me. Thank you.